Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we are talking about my 2022 Ram 3500. 5 things I love about my truck and 3 that I do not like about my truck. One thing I gotta say about my truck that I truly love is the towing capacity. Okay, so this is a Ram 3500, and I don't know if you can see in here, the Ram 3500 comes with airbags for the suspension. Okay, this has the async transmission in it, the 3500s, that's what they bring. The towing capacity on these trucks are amazing. I mean, I've mentioned it in previous videos, I've hauled 47-foot campers with this, and you put this thing in tow and haul, it sounds amazing, by the way, especially if you have your engine brake on, but you feel like you have nothing in the back. I mean, it just goes. So the towing capacity in these trucks are amazing. No complaints there. You could bring down a building with this truck. Again, amazing. I love the towing capacity in my truck. The second thing I gotta say I love about my truck is the interior comfort. I'll show you guys that now. So the interior comfort in the truck, it is super comfy. And then a shout out to my girlfriend. So what do you think? How do you feel about the interior? Is it comfortable or not?
Oh, way better than the Corvette.
Yeah, so I came from the Corvette. Again, like, she was sitting like right here in my Corvette and I was right here, so it is very spacious in here. Unfortunately, I don't have the big dog screen because I'm broke, so I have the little screen, but I do have a whatever you call that. I got that. All right, I got that, so that's cool. You see, my dad has a 2024 with a nice screen, but he doesn't have that, what I just showed you. But I got that, so who's a real dog here? Not me, but whatever. The ride quality in this truck, again, goes back to what I was saying, kind of the, you know, the comfort and the towing. The ride quality is amazing, especially I don't have like all-terrain tires. I have like street tires. I actually have proxies on there. They are amazing. It rides like a Cadillac on the road. No complaints. Super quiet, and it's just it rides, like I said, like a Cadillac. I love it. Fourth thing I love about my truck is super mod friendly. You know, if you've seen my videos in the past, you kind of know the very few things that I do have done to my truck. Lights, wheels, you know, no delete, but we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the delete part, but super mod friendly. I have me a pedal commander on there. It's fun. You have fun with it. You barely tap the gas and it just goes. I have 1,000 stars in there. I'm a headliner. I got the ring lights for the wheels, 24 rock lights. It's a blast to drive, especially at night. I say that I'm like on the moon on 4 wheels because this thing lights up and breaks necks, I'm telling you. Speaking of breaks necks, that brings up my 5th thing I love about my truck. The compliments. I'm always getting compliments on this truck. I fuel up, and I kid you not, 6 out of 10 times that I'm fueling up at the gas station, someone comes out to me and says, dude, I love your truck. Like, what do you have done to it? Blah, blah, blah. You know, they'll give me a follow on my Instagram, check it out. People love this truck. And again, like I said, especially at night. Like, I've had people roll down their windows at night and tell me, dude, that thing is bright. Like, how many lights do you have, or whatever. So that's something I love. People love my truck. It's just, it brings a lot more joy riding it, right? Now, 3 things I do not like about my truck. Number 1, expensive to fix, okay? Maintenance even is expensive. Like, I went not too long ago to go do my fuel filters and an oil change, and it was almost like $700. It was like $630 or $650, something like that. You know, with the taxes and everything, it was almost like 700 bucks. So it is expensive to maintenance, and if something breaks, especially when it comes to the DPF system, it is very costly to fix, and it could break the bank, right? So that's something I do not like about my truck, unfortunately, but luckily it's been pretty reliable. I have had some issues with my truck. Luckily nothing that has broken the bank. Actually, one of them was very dangerous. I do have a video, maybe I'll post it in the link in the description on what happened to my truck there, but it was very dangerous. but luckily nothing happened to me. Everyone was okay. Second thing I do not like about my truck is the size for parking. Now, here you'd be like, dude, what are you talking about? You have a lot of parking space there. You fit perfectly. That's in these parking spots, okay? These are very wide, I'm not gonna lie. Like, look at the size of these parking lots. These parking spaces are very wide. But if I go to the East Coast, they're, I kid you not, 3/4 of the size. Like, they do not fit. I have to close all my mirrors, and then my tires are still on the line. So they're popped out about 2 inches, my tires, but they barely fit, which is no fun because I'm always scared someone's going to damage my wheels. And then that's gonna be a very sad day for me, and I'm gonna have to wand it up on somebody. So that's gonna be a bad day for them as well. Last but not least, the final thing I do not like about my truck, okay? This one is a very touchy subject. So let's just say where I live, it is very legal to do this. Earlier, I mentioned we'll get to that at a later point, and now we are at that later point where we will talk about getting the truck deleted. And it is very, very, very expensive. I believe from 2022 up, you had to get a new ECM. They have yet to be cracked. So an ECM alone will run you about $2,000. So add that on top of whatever they're gonna charge you. Quotes I've gotten for this thing, I think the cheapest quote I got for this was about $6,500. So unless you have $6 grand to get your delete, if like I said, it's legal in your state to delete your truck, if it's a 2022 up, it is very, very expensive. Personally, I will be honest, I think if I would have done a little bit more research on these trucks, I would have gotten maybe a 2020, 2021, where it's half the price to delete, or maybe I would have just bought one on Marketplace, a good deal, found a good, nice truck, and just have bought it deleted already. It is very scary when you get a message on your instrument cluster saying something about DPF, because that can rack up $7,000 of a fix repair alone. Luckily, I haven't had any issues, but I have had DPF issues pop up on my screen. I don't know if it's been a glitchy thing or not, but let's just say I crap myself every time I do see that on my instrument cluster. So definitely do your guys' research when you're looking at buying one of these diesel trucks. When it comes to Ford, you know, a Duramax, I'm not sure what years those are. My buddy has a 2021 Duramax. I think he paid $7,500 to delete his. So that is also very, very expensive, about the same to do this. When it comes to those years, I don't know which ones is cheaper, which you don't have to replace an ECM, whatnot. If you guys have a 5th gen Ram, comment down below and tell me if you agree, disagree, if you guys would have added anything maybe that I missed. Let me know how reliable it's been. That's gonna be a wrap for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. See you guys.